Hello and welcome everyone to the Las Vegas Raiders franchise here. We are in the first episode of the regular season, episode 2 officially. We have some goals to go ahead and set for this upcoming year. This team is not a playoff team. I contemplated 4 wins, but you know, I want to strive for more than that. I don't want to tank. So we went for 7 wins, and then we got a question from the media. Our offense is easily the weakest part of our team. I do think it needs to improve a lot. We really just have a decent line and Devontae Adams. And I do think when it comes to our defense, our run stopping is probably better than our pass defense, although it's hard to say. Max Crosby. Either way, our interior D-line definitely is the strongest part of our defense. And these scenarios are insane. The best one I saw here was our starting tackles, or defensive tackles, combined for 10 tackles for loss and 50 tackles. I don't know. These scenarios are crazy. I enjoy it. It's fun, but let's go ahead and take a look to this upcoming draft. As week 1, we get to see some of these prospects. Top 5 are all, or top 4 rather, are all quarterbacks. Now we'll get to find out which of these quarterbacks are the best, as we will be primarily focusing on quarterback. But of course, if you want to draft a top 4 quarterback, you might have to finish bottom 4 in the standings, and that might not be so easy if we're trying to win. If we win 7 games, we probably won't pick bottom 4. So it's kind of a trade-off we have to make there. But let's go ahead and get into our first game against the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm going to go ahead and let you know this game, this game was something. This was before I had the sliders finalized from Matt 10, and let's just say this one did not go well. We'll quickly get through this and move on to the second game, but I wanted to show you just some highlights, or lowlights rather, of Serge Cruz's first official NFL game he coaches. So let's just jump into a few of these. Here's 3rd and goal. Game is tied at 0, and we would score first here. Brock Bowers catching this one behind the defensive back there. His first NFL touchdown, first touchdown of the season going to the rookie. Later, 6-14 your score. Gardner Minshew throwing this one over the middle. Trey Tucker rocked as he gets hit. One-handed pickup there on the fumble. That's cool animation. First of many turnovers here for the Raiders. Minshew now, 6-24. Throwing a pick here. That's Khalil Mack in coverage, because why not? An edge rusher dropping into coverage like that. I don't think that worked so well for the Chargers last season. Now, 13-34 your score here in the 4th quarter. Minshew trying to make something happen, trying to throw the Brock Bowers. That would be picked off as well, and this game would be over. 34-13 was the final score. The score was not as bad as the actual game was, if you can believe that. I'm sorry that that's the first game of the year. Again, it played out really poorly. I didn't feel like replaying it either. A loss is a loss, and I can accept that. The sliders definitely need a tweak though, and thankfully I waited a few days. Matt 10 dropped his new slider set. So we have applied Matt 10's new sliders. A lot of those are in the main menu, which I actually hadn't changed any of the main menu settings and then imported them into the franchise. That makes a big difference, and I now see that. So let's go ahead and move on. I'm just going to show the stats here from the game. Hayden Hurst, 172 yards. Yes, something was a little wrong when the tight ends are doing that. It's a consistent issue I've had in Madden. Frankly, in all football games, tight ends are always overpowered. I do think we solved that a little bit in the next game. Our defense did at least have a few plays, but yeah. So we have a rumor from the media here about our first round pick, and our first round pick, of course, is Brock Bowers. So we have to basically answer on our expectations for him this upcoming season. This is not easy. A tight end. I had to go with 50 catches for 600 yards because 70 catches and 800 yards is such lofty expectations for Brock Bowers. I just don't see him reliably being able to hit that. And we'll have to focus tight ends more if we want to get him anywhere close to that. So we'll see on that. I'm going to try to get him involved in the offense. Of course, we do run a lot of twin tight end sets, so it's not easy to focus Brock Bowers over focusing just our entire team. Now we're answering questions about how bad that week 1 was. Our offense has to be better. 6 points is not going to cut it. Our next game is against the Ravens, so you got to at least be able to keep up in a gunslinging battle there with Lamar Jackson. And that starts with Gardner Minshew. He has to play better. Of course, we're going to have a little better sliders for him, but we do knock down QB accuracy as part of those sliders, so Gardner's going to have to step it up. And he does get a boost to his throw accuracy, deep, medium, and short. So the field general getting a little bit more field generally. Now we can go ahead and look at injuries leading into this game. As Max Crosby gets injured in practice with a back strain, and that is not what you want to see your best player on your team going out before a game against one of the top teams in the NFL. As we see, there is Zay Flowers catching some passes from Lamar Jackson. And I'm excited here. Jacoby Myers and Davante Adams need to have big games. Gardner's got to step up. Let's go ahead and jump into this game here. And off we go. Justin Tucker taking this one away. Amir Abdullah to return. It's out at the 10-yard line. Gets to about the 29-yard line. And that is where the Raiders will start their day. Gardner Minshew coming in. He's got all the boosts from the pep talk in the press conference. I don't know if it was a pep talk as much as dragging him. Glad that boosted him. And we're going to need a big day from him to win this one. First and 10. It's a handoff. Alexander Madison. A nice 5-yard run here. Madison, we didn't get to get a lot of carries in that first game, unfortunately playing from behind so much. Now 2nd and 5, big time run, bowling over a defender there, Alexander Madison. I was so impressed with him in the preseason, and I want to try to get him going a little faster this game to see what he can do. Now Jalen Darden spinning off a tackle here. Halfback screen to him, as we really want to run a lot of wide running back passes with him in the game. Now a run to him, however, and maybe that's where Madison should check into the game instead. Matabike, Justin Matabike, I'm sure you'll remember him from the McIntyre franchise. He makes a big play. Let me go for it here on 4th down, and that is broken up for Jacoby Myers. And that would be the end of that drive. So Ravens on offense now. Derrick Henry gets rocked and stays on his feet. That's just the kind of player he is. A 7-yard run for him, and we're going to have to do a lot better tackling if we want to stop Derrick Henry today. Lamar throwing this one out. Mark Andrews catches it, breaking the tackle there. That was Divine Diablo in coverage, and he could not bring him down. Now 3rd down and 5 for these Ravens. And man in motion. Lamar dropping back. Going to take off and run with this one. Never mind, he's sacked. That's Christian Wilkins with the sack. Our best defensive lineman outside of Max Crosby. And now the kick is up, and it is good. But there's a flag down. And they're going to hit the Ravens for roughing the kicker. That'll be a 1st down, and the drive continues. 3 could now become 7. So Mark Andrews in motion on 3rd down and 9. Lamar dropping back here. He's going to take off and run with this one. Lamar up the middle. Lamar fighting his way into the end zone. Falls forward. And the Ravens score 6 right after the roughing the kicker. Really bad start here for the Raiders. Now a run for Alexander Madison out wide. Great blocking, and he'll stretch this one to the 47. Huge play for him as he's already over 50 yards rushing. Now Gardner Minshew rolling out left, throwing this one underneath. Davante Adams on the comeback, wide open. Nice route from him. Gardner delivering a good ball here for 25 yards. Be 1st down and 10. Handoff Madison up the middle. Madison following his blockers. Madison springs free, and he will score. Alexander Madison has fast burst. I mean, he's not a fast player, but now they kick. Daniel Carlson shanking this one left. I have not been able to handle this kick meter very much, and we now start down 6-7. Almost a nice play here from Robert Spillane trying to break that up, and unfortunately Mark Andrews will take this for a 1st down. As you can see, they're focusing heavily in this pass offense. And this will be some movement, and it's actually going to be on the defensive line here. So 1st in Madden for me. Encroachment on the defense. Lamar throwing this one out. That is caught. Rashad Bateman will be inches short of a 1st down. And it'll be 1st and 10 now. Ravens, little flip pass here. Nice play as Nelson Aguilar takes this for a 1st down. Aguilar getting a 2nd chance here in Baltimore. Now 2nd down and 7. Lamar rolling out left, going to find Derrick Henry. Nice tackle here from Robert Spillane in coverage. He's been pretty solid so far. I mean, he did have that one mess up with Mark Andrews. Now Lamar going to throw across his body, finding Zay Flowers on the run. Really nice play here for Lamar Jackson. And the Raiders defense has to stay on the field. Lamar throwing this one out into the flats. That is broken up. Really nice play there by Divine Diablo on Derrick Henry. Now 3rd and 11. Lamar dropping back. Throwing this one out. Caught Derrick Henry. And he will be well short of a 1st down there as the Raiders defense holds strong. So Madison on his first carry of this drive gets rocked for a 4-yard loss. Justin Matabike, the dominant defensive lineman. Now we got to throw a bubble pass out here. Jakobi Meyers hangs on despite the crushing hit. These Ravens have been really leveling their shoulders, but Raiders still fighting. 3rd and 12 here. Gardner steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle, and that is picked off. And I just don't know where he was throwing this one to other than right to Trenton Simpson. And Gardner's first real mistake of the day might put the Raiders in a pretty insurmountable hole here. And Derrick Henry drops an open touchdown there. Woof. That one should have been 6. 3rd and 8 now. Lamar dropping back, throwing this one out. Caught, but will be stopped. Mark Andrews by Trayvon Moyrig. And the Ravens will have to settle for 3. Kick is up, and Justin Tucker's kick is wide right. So the Raiders kind of hold strong here on defense. And the offense will get a chance to make something happen. We need to score more than 6 today. Handoff Madison brought down for a loss, and the Ravens might have just keyed in on our best player on offense here to start the season. Gardner throwing this one out, misses his man there, and that was Trey Tucker open. Unfortunately couldn't get it to him, and the Raiders have to punt once again. Lamar on offense yet again here. And this is a fumble. I think this is going to be down by contact, however, as I think Isaiah likely had a knee down before the ball came out, and the refs will rule it so. 3rd and 2 here for these Ravens. Defense needs to hold strong. Man in motion. It's Aguilar. It's a screen pass out to him. And nicely covered there. Nate Hobbs, the cornerback, comes up with the play. Raiders will get the ball back with good field position. So Minshew rolling to the left. Nice throw across his body, finding Jakobi Meyers down inside the 25 to the 24. And the Raiders offense finally humming maybe as Minshew makes a nice play on 1st down. Now a run to Madison, 4 yards on the stretch. Still trying to get him the ball sometimes. Minshew dropping back, throwing this one out. Nice catch here, Jakobi Meyers, as he's up to 56 yards on the day before halftime. Now 2nd and 10. Minshew throwing this one out. Caught Jalen Darden. And Darden's down to the 4-yard line, the UNT product, as we haven't seen his former teammate Jalen Guyton. Minshew now with the hard count, gets the offsides, free play, but will score instead. Michael Mayers, touchdown. So Minshew drawing him offsides, still throws a nice ball there, and we score. We go up 13-10 as the defense really has done their job going into halftime. Let me know if you think the sliders have looked good in this first half. I think Matt 10 killed it. Even if we weren't winning this half, I still felt like it was a really well-played game of football. And this is what's given me a lot of love for Madden 25 going forward. Let's take a look around the league as the Chargers, after winning their first game against us, are struggling to do so against the Panthers now. Both quarterbacks have thrown an interception in this game, and we'll see if the Panthers can pull off a win at home. Now the Cowboys taking on the Saints here in Dallas, actually in Arlington. The Cowboys up 24-3. This definitely is a game the Cowboys should win. And we'll see if they can do so, as they actually have Michael Gallup. No way! So we cut him because he retired in real life, and the Cowboys picked Michael Gallup back up. That's awesome. I love that. Now here in Detroit, the Buccaneers actually coming in. Baker Mayfield beating the Lions here in Detroit. Very surprised to see if that holds up. Now back in the second half here. Mark Andrews running over defenders to start this half. Nice play for him, as Andrews definitely has been their target on offense. Kind of like the Chargers situation, but maybe not quite so broken, as this one will be a touchdown. Rashad Bateman gets behind the press coverage of Stephon Gilmore, and that is 6. One thing these Raiders have done to start this year is run a lot of cover 1 press. And unfortunately, you got a guy like Stephon Gilmore who's good at press, but when he gets beat, does not have the speed to catch up anymore at his age. Now Gardner rolling right on 2nd and 5. Will find Devontae Adams, who dives for the ball there. 1st and 10. 1st and 19 after a hold now. This is a screen pass out. Jalen Darden. And he will pick up all those yards back. It'll be 2nd down and 10 after the 9-yard catch and run. Darden getting a lot of screen pass action so far to start this game. Now Minshew on 2nd and 10. Throwing this one underneath. Caught. Myers down 1 yard short of a 1st down there. 1 yard of the sticks. 37-yard line. Madison runs this for a 1st down. We're at the 36 now as Alexander Madison has slowed down a little bit. Still getting some nice power runs though. 3rd and 10. Minshew throwing this one underneath. Brock Bowers catches it, but he will be inches short of a first down. So at the 26, of course, the Raiders are going to go for it. Handoff. Madison breaks off a tackle, and he's now inside the 20-yard line. 82 yards rushing on the day as he had 50 in the first quarter. But unfortunately can't really get going here. Maybe this will start him off. 6 yards there, 2nd and 4 now. As we are looking like we're trying to force to Madison. Now a throw to the corner. Adams rocked down. Hanged on, however, and the Raiders score again. This offense is humming, and we're finding our receivers today. And this is a fake jet pass here for Lamar. He's going to take off and run with this one. Robert Spillane with very disciplined coverage there, though. QB contain, and we will force the 3 and out. So Raiders back on offense, bouncing this one outside. Madison running over a tackler for an 8-yard run. He's still running hard. It's just up the middle has not worked out so well. 2nd and 2 now. Zamir White's going to spell Madison, and he will get across midfield. A really nice run here for Zamir White, who I think was still solid in the preseason, just wasn't as good as Madison. Now 3rd and 5. Raiders dropping back on this one. Minshew throwing it behind Myers. He has to adjust, and now that's a PBU there as Myers can't hang on. So AJ Cole comes out to punt, and this one looks like a beauty, and it's down at the 10-yard line. So a really nice punt there for AJ Cole. Ravens come in down 3, and they need to make something happen here. 5-yard pass in the flats to Mark Andrews. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Now Henry in motion out wide. Thrown to him, and Robert Spillane can't make the tackle this time. Nate Hobbs can't make the tackle. Or rather, that was Divine Diablo, and it'll be inches short now. So 5-yard catch and run. Henry is just so hard to bring down. And now a throw here to Isaiah Likely, and that'll be a first down as they're getting Mark Andrews some rest. Back in the game now. 2nd down and 7. Henry stretches this one out wide, and a nice tackle from Stephon Gilmore. You have to make plays in space on Derrick Henry. Now play action to him. And Lamar going to take off and run with this one. Thought we had him for a sack there, but he wiggles his way out of the pocket. And this is what makes Lamar Jackson one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. As we will see another encroachment here on the defense. And now it's 1st down and 5. Henry up the middle, and that's a first down across midfield as we are now in the 4th quarter. And the Ravens are pushing on this drive. Play action. Lamar throwing this one. Caught. Rashad Bateman down to the 35-yard line. He's been in a lot of places today. That's 1st and 10 at the 35. Lamar, read option. Breaks off a tackler. Rocked down by Diablo. And there is a flag on the play. And this will be holding. It will bring the Ravens back. 1st and 20, jet flip here to Aguilar, loses a yard on the play, and this will also be a holding penalty. So it's going to be 1st and 30. We accept both of them. A lot of distance to go here, as he's going to actually make up more of that ground. 14-yard pass to Mark Andrews, so the second holding was not worth it. 3rd and 16 now, dropping back. Lamar throwing this one out, and Divine Diablo, I don't know what he was doing there. Henry catches it, and he gets a first down. I really don't know what Diablo was trying to do. As trying some trickeration now. Good gang tackling on Derrick Henry. That's probably the best way, even over beating him in space, is just having multiple guys hit him. Tyree Wilson now almost gets Lamar, and he gets held as well. So another holding for these Ravens. We could see that one real time, as Wilson almost got back there to Lamar. Nice pressure. Now 3rd and 23. And the Ravens have a lot of distance to go here, but they are in field goal range definitely for Justin Tucker, even though he's missed one today. Lamar stepping up, going to get hit down, and that will be a stop. Malcolm Kuntz off the edge. Nice disciplined defense there. So tie game with 2:40 remaining, and Madison's going to rip off a big run for this drive. Raiders starting the drive off with a 20-yard run from Madison, and now we're inside the 40. You might just run the clock out here and try to take a field goal. Hand off Madison. Nice block there for Michael Mayers as he makes it outside down to the 26. And it looks like Cody White here might be hurt on the play. Now handoff up the middle. Madison breaking through tacklers. That's a 10-yard run. 2nd and inches at the 16. And 1 first down all but seals this game. 2nd and inches. Handoff. Madison, first down. And now you just got to run their timeouts down and kick the field goal for the win. 2nd and 7 inside, 1:10 remaining here. Handoff. Madison. No! Madison scores! And the Raiders, they definitely didn't want that. They're celebrating, but that's not what they wanted there. They could have just ended the game on a walk-off field goal. Instead, they score, and now the Ravens have a minute to answer. So the defense has to come out and play well once again. Mark Andrews on first down. A nice find here. The Ravens do have 1 timeout. Lamar getting a call from the booth. 30 seconds remaining. Lamar throwing this one over the middle. Mark Andrews yet again. Andrews almost breaks 1 for 6 there. As with under 30 seconds remaining at the 26th, they have probably just 2 or 3 more plays. Lamar finding Zay Flowers on the corner route. And Trayvon Moyrick in coverage on Zay Flowers is probably not what we wanted there. But Zay Flowers will score. And with 20 seconds left, the Raiders have a chance here. All 3 timeouts. Nice screen pass to start this drive here. We have to get to the 40-yard line, it looks like, for Daniel Carlson to kick this one, although he hasn't been reliable so far. 1st and 10 at the 46. Minshew over the middle. Caught. Myers down to the 44. And we're trying to take a timeout, and we fail to take a timeout in time, so now we'll have to kick this as a 61-yard field goal. Kick is up. It's online, and it's short. So we go to overtime because Alexander Madison didn't go down on a run. And the Ravens score inside of a minute. And we'll see if we can score in overtime, as it does become sudden death, kind of. But we'll see it here in overtime. Tails never fails. The Raiders have won the coin toss here, and we will get the ball first. So a touchdown wins the game. A field goal means the Ravens get a chance to respond. And we could still tie. Let's not forget, a tie is a possibility here. Tucker to kick this one off. And the kick is skying in the air here. Trey Turner will return it. At the 10, at the 20. Some nice blocking, runs into Amir Abdullah there. Or that might have been 6 and the game then and there. But out comes Gardner Minshew. Under center here. I formation. It's a play action rollout. Minshew going to find Devontae Adams. He's wide open on this one. Catches it. And jukes out Marlon Humphrey. And Adams will score. That's your ball game. Raiders walk-off touchdown in overtime. Devontae Adams. One of the craziest games here. This might go down as my #1 instant classic on channel history. I don't know. There's been a lot of good ones. I lost us the game nearly by running into the end zone in the 4th quarter there to win the game. And then we walk off anyway. A little throwback to Demarius Thomas there. 88, rest in peace. Reminds me of that Tim Tebow throw against the Steelers. Alexander Madison finishes with 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. Amazing game for him. And finally, we find Devontae Adams on offense. We get him the ball. He finishes with 112, 2 touchdowns, and one of those being the walk-off. Jacoby Myers has 76 yards on the day. And we even found our tight ends a few times. Would have liked to find them a little more. On defense, I think we were decent. I do think our coverage of Mark Andrews wasn't good, but Mark Andrews is one of the best tight ends in the business. Hard to fault us too much for that one. We did get 1 sack of Lamar, but again, would like to see more pass rush. Thank you so much for watching. That was a really fun game. I will see you next week. Excited for this Raiders franchise. Have a good one.